Welcome back to another video. Today we're starting a journey to really understand how our body works during training, and most importantly, how we can get the most out of it. Before jumping into advanced techniques or so-called secrets, it's key to take a step back and understand the basics. How a muscle contracts. Think about it. Have you ever realized that the simple act of lifting a weight sets off an incredible process inside your body? It all begins in the brain. That's where the first command comes from to make the muscle move. This signal travels down a network of neurons until it reaches the muscle you want to use. But it doesn't stop there. Inside that muscle are countless fibers that need to be activated to produce force. The group of fibers controlled by a single neuron is called a motor unit. And here's why that matters. The more motor units you activate, the more fibers you recruit. And the more fibers you recruit, the stronger and more effective your training becomes. It's like sending more soldiers onto the battlefield. The more troops you put into action, the greater the impact of your army. In training terms, that means better gains and faster results. Let's make this more concrete. Take the classic bench press, for example. It's not just popular because it's a staple exercise. It's so effective because it activates a large number of chest fibers. That's why it's one of the best moves for building a strong, well-developed chest. See how understanding this process completely changes the way you look at your workouts? Now that we've covered how muscle contraction works, it's time to look at who's really running the show, the brain. Sounds obvious, but the way it directs your attention during training makes all the difference. The brain is single-focused. It can only truly concentrate on one thing at a time. So despite what people like to claim, multitasking is basically a myth. When you try to do several things at once, your brain is really just switching focus rapidly between them. It's like shining a flashlight in a dark room. You only light up one spot at a time. Move the beam back and forth and it feels like you're lighting up the whole room. But in reality, you're only seeing small pieces at once. That's why, if your attention is divided during a workout, you're not really locked in on the muscle you should be working. And this is where things get crucial. To train effectively, you need to direct your full mental energy into the exercise. You've probably seen people chatting, checking their phones, or staring around the gym in the middle of a set. Sure, their body's moving, but their mind is checked out. And when the mind doesn't sync with the body, intensity drops, form suffers, and results take a serious hit. So if you want to squeeze every ounce out of your reps, you've got to put your brain to work with your body. Try it. Next time you're in the gym, block out distractions and put your entire focus on the exercise. You'll notice a massive difference in muscle contraction and the overall feel of your workout. But if focus is so important, we also need to talk about what messes it up. We live in a world of constant distractions. TV, phones, social media. Everything flashes new images and information every couple of seconds. The result? Our brains adapt to that chaos and lose the ability to stay calm and present with a single task. Think about it. How hard is it nowadays to just sit and enjoy a meal without reaching for your phone? It's like we need extra stimulation, as if eating alone isn't enough. That's a perfect example of how a restless mind keeps us from living in the moment. And if we can't even eat without scrolling, imagine trying to stay fully focused during a tough workout. The problem is this non-stop mental rush builds a huge barrier to physical progress. A restless mind hates monotony, so it finds repeating exercises or focusing on a muscle boring. That's when a lot of people lose training quality. The body might be there, but the mind has already wandered off somewhere else. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Pretty much everyone today struggles with this overload of stimuli. But here's the question. How long are you going to let your mind dictate the pace and pull your focus away from what actually matters? Learning to control that mental speed is the first step to training with true awareness and finally seeing the difference in your results. So, now that we've broken down how focus works and how a restless mind gets in the way, let's bring it into the gym. Training has to be single-focused. That means dedicating your full attention to the exact exercise you're doing. Sounds simple, right? But that's where most people slip up. Who hasn't seen, or even done, a set of curls while chatting with the person next to them? The issue is, in that moment, yeah, you're moving the weight, but you're not really training. Remember how the brain is single-focused? It can only lock onto one thing at a time. So if you're splitting your attention between the exercise and a conversation, your muscle contraction loses efficiency. The result? A weaker workout, less fiber recruitment, and, of course, fewer gains. In other words, you can't expect big results if your mind isn't working with your body. That's why the rule is simple. Training time is training time. Set that moment aside just for you and your body. Want to socialize, chat, and hang out with your gym buddies? Go for it, but save it for before or after your workout, never during. Making this one small shift already puts you on a whole new level of focus and results. Here's a practical tip. Use headphones. Not only do they help you create your own personal bubble, but they also act as a shield against random interruptions. Put on a playlist that pumps you up, step into your own zone, and live that workout as if it's yours alone. Trust me, this mindset of respecting your training makes all the difference and completely changes how you connect with your body. Now, after everything we've talked about, focus, distractions, and a racing mind, you're probably wondering, is there a way to actually train the brain to stay present? The answer is yes, and the tool is a lot simpler than you might think: meditation. It might sound a little out of place in the gym world, but believe me, it can completely transform the quality of your workouts. When you practice meditation, you're basically teaching your mind to calm down and direct attention to just one thing. Think of it as inner training, except instead of building muscle, you're strengthening your ability to concentrate. Over time, it lowers anxiety, slows down racing thoughts, and creates a sense of calm even in the middle of a busy day. And the benefits don't stop there. During workouts, meditation actually boosts your body awareness. That means you start feeling every rep, every contraction, every detail of the movement. Instead of just going through the motions, you're fully connected to the exercise, which not only amplifies results, but also helps you avoid the distractions that mess with performance. And don't think meditation is just sitting cross-legged in silence for hours. There are plenty of ways to bring it into your routine. You can take a few minutes for conscious breathing before your workout. Use your sets themselves as a kind of active meditation, or even treat each rep as a ritual of presence. The important part is being there, fully, with your body and mind in sync. Once you start applying meditation to your workouts, the real results kick in. And this isn't theory, it's experience. People who adopt this practice notice a huge difference in just a few weeks. The first change is calmness. You stop walking into the gym with your mind racing all over the place. Instead, training becomes a moment of peace, almost like a safe space in your day. That sense of calm creates space for something essential: concentrating on the muscle you're working. Each set stops being automatic and becomes intentional. You actually feel the contraction, follow the movement from start to finish, and keep your focus on the muscle until the very last rep. This mind-muscle connection is what really ramps up fiber recruitment and turns an ordinary workout into a powerful one. And the benefits don't stop there. When you stay focused, your exercise form naturally improves. Movements get cleaner, posture gets sharper, and as a result, your strength goes up. It's a chain reaction. More focus leads to better quality. Better quality builds more strength, and that, of course, translates into bigger physical progress. Another huge plus is injury prevention. When you're fully present in every movement, you drastically reduce the chance of bad form or joint overload. At the end of the day, conscious training is basically a form of active meditation. Body and mind line up, and the result is not only a more effective workout, but also one that's safer and way more enjoyable. As we wrap up, it's worth pointing out that this idea of mindful training isn't exactly new. Many top athletes have been applying this principle for years, even if they didn't call it meditation. They knew, through experience, that the mind had to connect with the body for real results to show up. The difference now is that you can bring this in intentionally, turning every workout into something far more powerful. The truth is, meditation has brought me some surprising gains, and it can do the same for you. It's not just about lifting more weight or getting stronger, but about transforming your workout into a moment of real connection with your own body. That shift in mindset changes everything, and you'll feel it as soon as you start practicing it. So, tell me, have you ever tried meditating before your workout, or even during your sets? How was that experience for you? Drop a comment below, because sharing your story might inspire someone else to give it a shot. Who knows? Your example could be the reason another person discovers this technique. And before we wrap it up, don't forget the support that helps the channel a ton. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos. And if you want to keep following my work, check out the video popping up here on the end screen. I promise you're going to love it. See you in the next one, and happy training.